I'm taking the strap. I'm strapped up.
What's happening? What was that about?
Let's make the fight happen. We strapped the fuck up.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to episode 86 of the Strap SZN podcast. As always, I'm your boy Kam.
I'm your boy Flowz.
And my usual message, a little bit of housekeeping. Please make sure you check us out on all the streaming platforms that we're at. That's Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and the visuals is more your steez, YouTube as well. To get there easily, hop onto our Instagram or our Twitter. There's a link in our bio. And that link takes you to the link to where we are on all these platforms. So it's Instagram, that's Strap SZN Podcast. And on Twitter, that's Strap SZN Pod. Make sure you give us a like, subscribe, follow, all of that good stuff. But yeah, bro, excited for this one. I hope you're good. Something tells me this episode's going to be good, man. I'm looking to get straight into it, man. Episode 86. Yeah, we'll start with the reviews, obviously. We've got some good reviews to get to, and then we'll get forward to the previews. But yeah, man, this weekend has just gone, Easter weekend. We've been treated to some very, very good fights. As always, should we start over on these shores?
Yeah. Let's do that. Let's do that.
Yeah, we'll want a little bit of appetizer before we get to the main course, yeah? All right, cool. Conor Benn card. Conor Benn versus Chris Van Heerden. I don't know if it's right with you, bro. I'm happy to go straight into sink our teeth straight into the main fight.
Yeah.
Let's do it. I think the only noticeable, obviously, the undercard had guys like Campbell Hatton and them not in it. But shout out to Alicia Baumgarten, obviously. She got her W. Great performance. Yeah, give a good mention to her, obviously. But Conor Benn, Chris Van Heerden. I think last week, from the preview that we did, from what I remember, I said to myself, it wasn't really, I think we both agreed that it wasn't really a fight that sort of gets us super excited or anything. I don't call it a nothing fight, yeah, but it's just obviously we said Conor Benn seems to be taking on all these ex-PBC rejects, shall we say, and he tends to batter them for the most part.
Yeah.
So even for this fight, I think I was pretty sure, I was adamant that I think Conor Benn's probably going to blast this guy out of there. It wouldn't be too much of a challenge for him. But I won't lie, man. After watching that first round, bro, I was sitting up. That first round gave me a lot more than I expected from Chris, and I'm talking from Chris Van Heerden. Because hella competitive from him. Because obviously, we sort of know what Conor Benn's going to come with. He doesn't change it. He's mad aggressive. He's on the front foot, and he tries to blast his opponents out of there with header shots and combos. Like Conor Benn doesn't do feeling out process. You notice it's bad intentions from early.
Yeah.
So, and obviously it's worked. Obviously we saw against Samuel Vargas where he slumped my man in one round. So you're thinking, he's going to come with that with Chris, and wouldn't be surprised to see Chris. You're either going to see Chris Van Heerden do what I think was it Granados did, and just look to survive and be on his bike from early, or he's going to let himself get battered like Samuel Vargas did. But yeah, like
Chris
I said,
Algieri.
Chris Algieri, yes. But bruh, like I said, pleasantly surprised. Conor Benn came with his usual aggressive stuff, catching all big shots. Instead of running away, Chris Van Heerden was there with him in the pocket, countering him with great shots. I think Chris Van Heerden's a southpaw, isn't he? So he was timing that counter left superbly, catching Conor with good shots himself, and just basically not being bullied, because Conor tries to bully people. But Van Heerden, like I said, pleasantly surprised how competitive that first round was. It had me sitting up, I can't lie. I said, I want to see more of this. I don't want to see a Conor Benn blast out. I like what these two are doing right now. These two are going at it, engaging. They're both catching each other with great shots. I think I might have just about given that first round to Conor Benn. Maybe, but on another day I could have given it to Van Heerden. But I think obviously it was a super competitive first round. I think you can agree as well. And yeah, that had me licking my lips, shall I say. I was excited. What were your thoughts on that first round?
I had it Chris Van Heerden. 1-0.
You gave it Van Heerden. Okay, cool. I think it could go either way, but I think I just about to to Conor Benn.
Bro, he was countering him. He was landing combos clean. He was picking beautiful shots. And Benn's defense, once again, we've seen him be wild. Like he wasn't jabbing.
Yeah, there's no feel out process of Conor Benn. It's straight to war straight away.
There was no jab throwing. He was trying to get him out of there in round one. and he was too wild for my liking. It was great to watch, but I know what it is for Ben. If this was one of two things, either he's trying to emulate his father's style because his father was a brutal warrior as well.
Yes.
Nigel Benn came out to blow people out and came to the bank, or even a mixture of both, or he just doesn't rate these men. These man Heerdens, and he's been vocal about not rating them. He doesn't see them as tests.
Yeah.
So he just wants to use them to make a statement, blow them out. But I'd like to see more boxing skill from him. And in that first round, Chris Van Heerden was, while obviously the power stakes lie with Conor Benn, in terms of explosiveness, he's very explosive. I wouldn't say that he's mad powerful, but it's just explosiveness of his
agree.
shots.
He's not mad powerful. Yeah.
Yeah. Explosiveness of his shots, they always seem like they have more weight. But Chris Van Heerden was piecing them up in there, landing some good combos, making his head kind of bobble a bit. But yeah, I had 1-0 Van Heerden first round.
Okay, no, fair enough. Like I said, for me, I just about gave it to. I think he'd landed. I probably say the better boxing work obviously came from Van Heerden in terms of the counter work, and he was kind of on the back foot, but he was able to pick his shots really well and tie up when he needed to tie up and stuff, and be on the inside game. However, I think Ben landed the power, like the more powerful shots overall. But it was close. I was just happy it was competitive. I can't lie. I was happy it was competitive. They both got caught with big shots, and they both took it well. Second round comes now. So I'm thinking, if we get more of that, happy days. We're about to have a great fight. And yeah, Conor Benn does what Conor Benn does. And after being so impressed with Van Heerden's first round, I was a bit deflated at how he kind of folded in that second round. Conor Benn's caught him with a couple of explosive combos, has hurt him. And to be fair to Conor Benn, he does seem to be getting better at finishing his opponents. He really does. When he gets these guys hurt, he really jumps in and goes for it once he sniffs blood. And exactly what happened in the second round. He had Chris Van Heerden leaning. He was hurt, badly hurt. He's jumped on him straight away. Couple big shot combos, dropped Chris Van Heerden. I'm there thinking, wasn't too heavy, he can get up, but I think, you saw he'd had enough. And he hasn't bothered getting up, and the referees waved it off. So a bit anticlimactic after that great first round. But my prediction, I guess, came to pass regardless. I thought he would get blasted out, but I didn't expect him to give me that great first round and then get blasted out. But either way, good win for Conor Benn. I guess he did what he had to do, as he tends to be doing. He's beating what's in front of him, innit? So yeah.
I think that knockout came from him because he actually set up by throwing the jab. He set up the shot that hurt him by throwing, I think, maybe a jab to the He went for a jab to the body and then straight right hand pops my man's head. Yeah. And that's the beauty of the jab.
That's all she wrote, innit?
Yeah. That's what I think he does have a bit more boxing skill that he showed displayed in these fights. And we need that from a sterner test. Or he should be taking these tests a bit more, not seriously, but you trying to show off his skills a bit more in these tests, I feel. Because once you step up, you can't step in with the big boys and start doing that. Because all now he ain't fought a puncher.
No, he hasn't. He hasn't.
Fight a puncher.
Yeah.
Fight a real puncher, bro. Yes. So he needs to. I think, yes.
You know, that tough test against, was it Mendy? Was it him that had that really tough test against Yvonne Mendy? Or was that?
No, that was Luke Campbell. Luke Campbell.
Was that Campbell? Okay.
Yeah, Luke Campbell.
I thought there was a guy that really tested him.
There was a guy who put him down. And
the guy who put him down. I can't remember his name. His name. Yeah, maybe it might be Wendy. He might be. I don't know if it was French or whatever. But I know that a guy put him down, and he struggled badly that fight. But he hasn't really fought a puncher of note, a well-known puncher in that sense. Yeah, and he gets caught. That's the thing. He does get caught with his style. He's gonna get caught. So it's interesting to see if he does fight a known puncher. How does he face up against that type of adversity? We don't know yet. I think Hearn's been smart in selecting his opponents that they're not necessarily the biggest punches.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, when you got Chris Algieri he's a well-known non-puncher. So, yeah. But overall, as we said, he's doing what he's meant to be doing. He's still calling out certain names. He still is adamant that he needs a bigger test. It's the same old discussion, isn't it, for Conor Benn, innit? Like, in terms of, is he ready yet? Where is he at compared to his what weight peers, etc. I don't know. I still don't think he's ready. Still don't think he's ready. If I still compare him to the likes of Boots, obviously, and Ortiz and whatnot, I'm still saying not there yet. But eventually, obviously, he's eventually going to have to take a step up against a quality opponent, because there's only so much PBC kind of fodder he can fight in it, right? Before fans start saying, yo, give him a real test. He himself is screaming for a real test. If he feels like he's ready, go for it. But Eddie is being, if you notice, Eddie keeps marketing him as a superstar, which Eddie needs to stop doing that. Because he's not a superstar. Let's be real, he's not a superstar. And I know he's trying to protect his asset and whatnot, but let's call a spade a spade. Obviously, I've been peeping this whole back and forth with Frank Rowan over the David Evanesian negotiations and whatnot. And Hearns basically come out and said that, Evanesian is not on their list right now. Like, he's third place. There's a couple others that they'd rather fight because they claim Evanesian obviously can't put bums on seats. I mean, that's partly true, probably, but also I think he knows that Evanesian could really work this boy. And obviously, Benn hasn't reached the cusp of what he can do in terms of clout and stardom, etc. So he's trying to protect his asset, obviously. But yeah, I think at some point he's gonna have to fight one of these guys, man. Honestly, because he can't keep on running through these. These guys aren't making him better. I won't lie. So I think that's my view on where he sits in, I guess, the welterweight situation and standings, and whether he's a star or not.
Who would you like to see him in next with?
I'll happily see the Evanesian fight. I won't lie.
Yeah.
Because I can't think of anyone. Oh, you know what? Give him Bruno. Give him Bruno. They've been talking about giving Bruno. And surprisingly, a lot of people feel like Bruno is going to wash him. So give him Bruno. Give him Bruno. That's a good name. That should be a stern test on paper.
Yeah, that might propel him to the superstardom that Eddie keeps, because he potentially could be. They're managing his career very well. Giving him these fights, he's looking impressive. He's beating names. Well, not big names, not any threats, but these. But I think the Evanesian fight makes sense because that's what the fans are calling for. Whether you rate Evanesian or not, give the fans what they want to see. Yeah. And you're saying he's ahead, he's better than Evanesian, he's ahead of him. Yeah, show us still. I like I said, I don't mind these fights. It's just the way they're selling it as such.
Superstar, you know.
Give him, like, I don't mind. Give him a Robert Guerrero. Now that's
Guerrero.
Give him feeding him all these ex. And who's the other one? He talks about Robert Guerrero. He talks about what's his name?
Well, Victor Ortiz.
Victor Ortiz. They were very clear to make sure that it was Victor Ortiz they were saying, not Virgil Ortiz.
Where's Brandon Rios? Bring him out to.
If you're going down this path, you could do that. Like, and it's slightly do that. Just keep him active. I don't mind. And then maybe next year, if you want to start stepping up. But he's not ready for the names he's saying.
He isn't.
Who's he saying? He's saying Keith Thurman. He's saying Ugas.
Yep. She said when Sean Porter was there, he was saying Sean Porter.
Saying Kell Brook.
Okay, yeah, Kell Brook. I still think Kell beats him. I can't lie.
He's not ready for these names.
He washes Khan though. You can have Khan if he wants. Obviously, Khan's already taken himself out the hat.
Yeah, Khan didn't seem on it. Khan didn't seem on it.
He wasn't. Khan fully said, "I'm not on it."
Yeah, Khan was like, "This is long." If or even just say, "Oh, look, we'll fight this fight next, then we'll fight Evanesian." Like, but fans want to see Evanesian, and the longer you avoid it, it's going to be a black mark on his career. So just get Evanesian out of the way if you're about it, and then we'll know. Okay, you're ready. I'll see it.
Yeah, but yeah, as I said, just keep doing what you're doing, Connor. Beat what's in front of you. Hopefully, I feel like towards the end of the year, we might see him in a sterner, someone that will deem an actual test. Towards the end of the year, and then maybe next year he can start building and try and build his profile against the guys that he's talking about. But he's still got some craft honing that he needs to do. But I like the style anyways. Obviously, like I said, it's going to leave him open to potentially big shots, but it's exciting. He's crowd pleasing, and he himself is very charismatic, as we know. Yeah, he got the job done in very conclusive fashion, as he should really. Yeah, just want to keep an eye out. But he definitely isn't. He's not a superstar yet. The superstar comments were annoying me from Eddie. He kept saying superstar when we're front. I said, come on, Eddie, maybe compared to Avenisian, you could call him a superstar, but we know he's not a superstar. But yeah.
he's taken a pretty unconventional route as well. He didn't fight at domestic level. He hasn't fought any domestic rivals.
Yeah.
He didn't really do the European level. He just went straight into some learning fights and then washing up these old washed up fighters.
Yeah. Maybe he should fight, the guy that was meant to fight Ortiz, the Mickinson guy. Maybe he could fight after. Wait, Mickinson is what? He's Frank Warren, right?
I think so.
That might prove something. But maybe, if Mickinson had a shot against Ortiz in terms of, they had that fight, maybe that's a good domestic opponent that he could fight. Which I'm trying to think who domestically and what in the UK welterweight scene is there. Apart from Josh Kelly. To be honest, I don't know I haven't heard from Josh Kelly since the loss, but they might as well make that fight. That's a good fight to make, to be honest. But apart from Kelly and that Mickinson guy, I'm trying to think who else at. And then you've got guys like obviously coming through like Chris Congo and them guys coming through. But obviously they're quite a way behind at the moment, so they're not there yet. But maybe Kelly. But I doubt they'll throw Kelly into that fight straight away after a loss. We don't even know what Kelly's. I've not heard a peep from my man, so I don't know.
I don't think he's with Matchroom anymore, just Kelly.
Yeah, I think he's left. Yeah, you're right. I have no idea what Kelly was on there. But yeah, we'll keep an eye on Conor Benn. I wouldn't be surprised if the next opponent is a similar opponent to Dan Heerden. They're just trying to protect the asset and manage him very, very, very finely. But eventually he's going to run out of these guys to fight. He's going to have to jump in the deep end. And we'll see what happens if he's able to swim or not. Cool. Boom. Let's go straight to America. Let's not waste time. You know what I come here for, boy. You know what I come here for. Errol Spence Jr., Yordenis Ugas, unification fight for 3 of the 4 welterweight belts. I trust you watch it, bro. Yep. Cool. Errol Spence has got the W. Late stoppage, as I predicted, I must say. How impressive was Errol Spence Jr. to you in that fight?
He's relentless, man. It's unbelievable. He's engine, his angles in some of the shots, his combinations, just the relentlessness is incredible. This guy, he's first, he's last. It's long. It's long fighting. It was very long.
He's the truth for real. It's not a joke, bro. He's the truth. For a long, long time, I've been saying this guy is the best at 147 pounds. He's the one that's going to do it. And it's as you know, bro, it's a loaded division. And we have 2 insane guys who have all the belts. Because let's not get twisted. Terence Crawford is a monster as well. They're both monsters. But you see Spence here, especially with all the adversity that he's faced, and each time he comes back from these huge setbacks, before was a car crash, next was a broken eye socket or whatever, there's no tune-up fight. He goes straight into the big fight. He trusts his skills so much. And obviously, we had questions about what he's like, his condition and etc. Because obviously we said he sounds slower than usual. His body's taken a lot. I hope he's okay. Each time, I remember we said the same things with the Danny Garcia fight. Each time he just foils these questions and puts up performances like that, like we saw on Saturday night. Incredible. This man is incredible, man. This was a really competitive fight at first, I thought. From the opening bell, round 1 was mad tactical. You saw how both of them were trying to establish a jab in that round 1. Yeah. Both of them. Both of them are trying to come on center ring. And yeah, both of them have very good jabs. And both of these guys are known for working the body really, really well.
Yeah.
So from round one, bro, I'm enjoying it. I'm saying, look at this high-level boxing match here we can see.
Exactly,
Two-man, bro, you know what I mean? The chess match was there. High level. High level is the word. Both of them trying to find range of their jabs. They're both touching each other to the body, to the head with a jab, and getting counter shots off as well. I actually thought Ugas shaded round one. Just by a tiny little. I thought he actually caught Spence. What Ugas was doing was he was trying to stay at mid-range / range. Yeah. And he was able to time Spence quite well because Spence was looking to come in straight away, really. He was still using the jab to get in, but he was looking to force it close quarters. And
Always wants to engage. Always wants to initiate.
Always wants to initiate and engage. And Ugas, Cuban, obviously, known for being quite slick, counter punches and whatnot, was able to just counter really well. And he actually landed some great counters to the body in that first round, which made me just about give that first round to Spence. Even though Spence threw more, and Ugas was more economical with his work in that first round, I think even officially as well, he was more accurate with his shots. So I just about gave that round one to Ugas. But that round one had me thinking, wow, obviously, I know what Spence is going to come with in the future because obviously I've seen Spence for a long time now. And one thing about Spence, it just seems like he gets stronger and stronger. Not even get stronger as the round goes on. He keeps that same relentless pressure from round 1 to round 12 if he has to. He doesn't let up. It's crazy. So I knew what Spence was going to come with. I'm there thinking, okay, no, but if Ugas is able to fight like this, it's going to be very interesting. And obviously, some people were saying that they definitely feel Ugas is capable of beating this man. I thought that if he was to beat this man, that round 1 is how he's got to box it like, essentially, right? Round 2 comes now, and immediately, bro, you see a difference in Spence in terms of what he's trying to do. He's up the pressure straight away in that round 2 to me. Up the work rate. All right, cool. Feeling that round done. Let's get to work. And boy, did he start getting to work. Started applying pressure from the off, coming in aggressively, inside game, looking to, like you said, he always wants to be the first and always wants to be the last. And he keeps it up for 3 minutes. Again, nice work from Ugas. But I think that second round, you could already see what Spence was trying to do and how tough it was going to be for Ugas to maintain what he did in round 1. I'm trying to remember what round Ugas' jab was completely useless. I think it was from round 3, you know. Might be round 3 or 4.
Yeah. One of them.
I think it was round 3 or 4, and I'm noticing straight away the great jab that we saw from round 1 from Ugas has completely gone. And he is now in an inside battle, an inside war with Errol Spence. They're both standing in front of each other, banging each other away. And I'm thinking to myself, Ugas, you've got it wrong now. This is not good. I can foresee it already. I'm thinking to myself, if this stays like this, we are both having an inside war, there's only one winner in this game. That's Errol Spence. Only because that boy is strong, man. That boy is strong. And Spence comes, it's not just him standing in front of you. Obviously, you mentioned he comes with angles and footwork. Yeah. Ugas, the footwork was kind of stationary. Yeah. I can't lie. He wasn't moving. Well, Spence was hitting with all these angles and whatnot. And so I'm thinking, Ugas, you can't win this way. You honestly can't. What you did in round 1 was perfect. You need to get back to fighting that range or mid-range behind your jab and countering Errol every time it comes in. Because Errol's going to keep up this relentless pressure. And so to me, he was fighting that all wrong. I can't lie. We're round 4 now, round 3 or 4. Sorry. If I could talk all this time, jump in, bro, jump in. I realize I'm
super excited. No, I'm agreeing with what you're saying. I think, like you say, round 1, feeling that process.
Yeah.
I gave it to Ugas as well. Round 2, that's where Spence decided to set the tempo. I gave round 3 to Ugas as well because he was landing the right hand. He was landing the cut right hand, and I think that's when he started to think, yeah, I can time him on the inside when he's getting off his work. He just wanted to keep the high guard.
Yep.
Not rely on his footwork to get out of range and in range. He always stayed in range. He always wanted to be in range. and use his high guard to block shots and roll shots, and then try to counter Spence. And that's what, and he had success in the third round. I gave him the third as well. But
I gave him the third as well. You're right. I think I gave him. Yeah, I gave him 3 rounds in total. I think round 3 and then the round we'll get to it. But yeah.
I think the issue being is like I thought that style wasn't going to work because Spence's output compared to yours was way higher. If you can't pull this off for 12 rounds, I think you're gonna stop him by trying to stay in the pocket and pot shot and counter punch and land a few shots
with no footwork. You're not even using your footwork. Crazy.
No angles, not getting in and out. You're standing in range and you're trying to pick him on his way out. So after Spence gets his work off, you're trying to land a clean shot on him as he gets out or pick a shot. I was like, how are you going to pull this off for 12 rounds? Like, you're even nuts. Like, I thought it was a wrong game plan from then.
Yeah.
Because he had success in the third round, I think he maybe got a bit gassed. I was like, oh, yeah, I'm catching him. But yeah, 4th round, Spence came back, started working him. And that's the thing. Every time he had a good round, Spence would come back and be like, nah, let me up it.
Yeah, man. Absolutely that. And I think I might even tweet on the account that, like, yo, Ugas can't keep this up for 12 rounds. Spence's relentless pressure is going to beat the brakes off him if he carries on fighting like this. He needs to go back to what he was doing in round 2, to be honest. Even that's tough because, like we said, Spence is relentless. Different kind of intensity, different kind of relentlessness. He doesn't stop coming. And every shot is bad intentions. Every shot is mean. So yeah, I think from round 4 onwards, you can see what's sort of playing out in front of you. Ugas, unfortunately, is staying to that style of being quite rigid with the footwork in front of you, the high guard, and Spence is just outlanding him and outworking him. Ugas would fire back in portions, obviously, and throw good shots. Can't forget, Ugas is a high-level boxer too. He's a good fighter.
Of course.
So he was able to time Spence and catch him. But you compare to the constant barrage that Spence is giving him, he's constantly on the defensive, and he'll throw a couple of shots here and there. And you know, Spence, chip on his shoulder. If you catch him with a couple of good shots, that almost fuels him to increase the barrage and increase the punishment, which is nuts. So we're seeing that, and for round 4, round 5 as well. And then I think it was the 6th round where something shocked me. I almost shouted. I can't lie, bro. I think I shouted. I said, "Oh my god!" Like, I was like, "Yo." So they've had an inside exchange basically, and Ugas has caught. It wasn't even a proper shot. It was kind of a cuffing shot. It actually was like almost on the inside of his forearm that sort of caught Spence's face and knocked his mouthpiece flying. Referee, I don't think the referee noticed it.
No, I think
the referee did. Yeah, okay.
I'm not sure, but yeah, go on.
But the referee didn't intervene straight away. Spence has stopped because obviously, if we're boxing, obviously, you know, when my mouthpiece flies out, it's anticipated that the referee will jump in and stop the fight, grab the mouthpiece and whatnot, because it's actually, you can't fight without a mouthpiece. It's illegal. So Spence himself kind of stopped, expecting the referee to jump in there. And obviously, you know, with boxing, as they say, protect yourself at all times. If the referee doesn't stop the fight or it hasn't jumped in, the fight's still on. So in anticipating the referee is going to jump in, Spence has basically like looked around and stopped fighting, almost turned. Ugas is still in the heat of battle. He's then caught Spence with, I think, 1 or 2 shots.
Yeah, 1-2.
Yeah, a 1-2 combo. Spence says, and it's hurt Spence. His legs have gone, and he actually fell, and the ropes supported him. Ropes kept him up. And obviously, the boxing rules state normally that obviously if you're falling, the rope actually keep you up. That can be counted as a knockdown, because if not for the ropes being there, you would have gone down. And obviously, Spence, you can see his legs were a bit wobbly visually. That's why I shouted, "Oh my god!" Because I've never seen Spence hurt like that ever. So I'm there thinking, what's happened here? Like he just stopped boxing. What's going on? Obviously, the replays. That's when we see that the mouthpiece came out, and it was after that Ugas has gone to attack Spence, who looks visibly weakened, and that's when the referees jumped in and stopped the fight for Spence to get his mouthpiece and whatnot. And obviously, I saw a lot of outrage because people were saying that, oh yeah, Ugas had a lot of momentum there, and that's obviously stopped his momentum, which is true. But like I said, if the referee didn't see or saw it late, to be honest, the referee was pissing me off all night. I won't lie. We'll get to that later. But yeah, if the referee saw it late, then it's just unfortunate that you had to just jump in there and then. But yeah, that round 6, like I said, was a shocker for me because, like I said, I've never seen Spence hurt like that ever. It's rare to see Spence hurt. Like, he doesn't really get. Yeah. So yeah, that was round 6 for me. I think I gave that round to Ugas actually. Yeah, I think that's the only.
I think you have to give it to.
Yeah, that's the last round I gave for Ugas. I won't lie. I think after that it was a Spence whitewash and a Spence beatdown. But yeah, that round 6, like I said, was a bit of a shocking moment. It's like, wow, Spence can actually beat her. But the caveat is his hands were down and he wasn't expecting the punch in it.
Yeah, from watching it when I watched it live, I was like, because Ugas landed a right hand, landed another one, and then landed a third one, which knocked his mouthpiece out. Yeah. And I thought, Spence is dazed here. Like, watching it live, I thought Spence is dazed.
Because he stopped. Yeah.
He stopped and kind of looked around. Like, I didn't even clock his mouthpiece went out. Yeah. First. He looked dazed, and then the 1-2 boom, stumbled back against the ropes. He got back, and he was on the back foot then. He was like, retreating for the first time. Almost like
he was smiling as well. Yeah.
Like, he seemed like, okay, you got me good, but I need to, like, and I was like, why isn't Ugas jumped on him? Why isn't Ugas rushed over him? Yeah. I was like, if that's Crawford, if Crawford got in, boy, it's going to be long for Spence. If that was Crawford, because Crawford would have gotten that boy. Yeah. And Ugas was chilling. And I was like, why is Ugas chilling? And then it goes on for a bit. Then I think, at first I thought, oh, he's smiling. And that's when the ref clocks that, his mouthpiece ain't there. Yeah. And then he comes in and... But then after watching the replay and clocking that his mouthpiece came out, he was still aware at that point. He wasn't even stunned when the mouthpiece came out. Yeah. And he said he thought he heard the ref say stop. Yeah. And he was looking at his mouthpiece and Ugas carried on fighting as he should. But then it makes me think maybe the referee, because the referee did actually try to get in the way in between them. But Ugas got off his shot. And maybe that's why Ugas didn't rush in, because Ugas... They all heard stop, but Ugas just carried on fighting, and the ref kind of didn't jump in properly, kind of thing. And the ref shouldn't. Apparently, the rules are the ref really shouldn't jump in at that point. He should wait for a break in play to kind of like a pause in the fight. Yeah. So Ugas should have gotten that, but maybe they did hear stop because he wasn't dazed at that point. It was until the shot afterwards.
That was what.
That's what got him. So. Yeah. But then he admitted, protect yourself at all times.
Yeah, no, Spence was open. He's like, it's his fault. Rookie error from him. He knows better than that, and he's experienced. He should know protect yourself at all times, as we know. So that was very interesting, like I said, because it's rare to see Spence in that situation, but you saw why. I guess it was a bit of confusion with the mouthpiece. After that, obviously, I'm there thinking, let's see what this guy's powers of recovery are like. Once again, let me highlight how strong this man is. He came back in round 7 with a vengeance. And the beat down that ensued in that round and the next round, my goodness. Man, this Spence, he's an absolute monster because he recovered so quickly. In fact, his legs were fine. Even when he walked back to the corner in that 6th round, his legs looked fine. He didn't look hurt.
He recovered during the round.
During the round, he then started almost beating down the rest of the round, almost like.
Once he got his gum shield back, he was ready. He went right back to work.
Brother, mate. 7th and 8th round, it's almost like this is bad now.
The 7th round is where he busted his eye.
Yeah, broke his eye in round 7, and I kept saying this man's eye is broken. Because obviously we've seen his injury so many times in boxing when it swells up like that. And such a big swelling as well. Immediately, I said, this. And obviously, Spence he's a nasty guy. He's gonna keep targeting that eye. He ain't gonna stop.
you see when he landed that shot, and for the first time, Ugas retreated because he was hurt. Yeah, Spence was onto him. Yeah, immediately he was like, we're chasing him down.
He's a mean guy, man. He's a very, very mean guy, and man, he just went on it was such an offensive barrage and destruction of a world-class fighter in Ugas, to be honest. It's like, wow. Ugas, who was fighting economically before anyways in his previous rounds, was barely throwing at times. Okay, it will come up with a little barrage, come up with a little maybe like combination or counter or whatever, but nothing he could do could deter Spence. Nothing. Ugas, even at times, was actually landing some decent counter shots, some good body work and whatnot. But like I said, it was just wasn't hurting Spence, wasn't putting a dent in Spence. And the Spence train just kept moving forward and moving forward. And as we said, the angles he was coming with, the body and head work, inside game, all inside this was as well. Nothing was at range. It was stepping to your chest and battering you. It was wonderful to see, but it really was a beatdown. I can't lie. It really, really was a beatdown. And it's gone to, I think, round 9 now. Yeah, the doctor, someone's got to stop this fight. Either the ref jumps in, or the corner does the right thing, or his doctor stops the fight, because Spence is not going to relent. As we said, he's relentless. He's going to keep on going. And Ugas obviously is a proud warrior. Credit to my man, strong as well, because he took a lot of heavy punishment, and he was never going to quit. Ugas, I don't think was ever going to quit. Proud Cuban fighter. So yeah, something had to give. And I think in the end, I think it was round 10 where the fight officially ended. It was a doctor's stoppage, wasn't it? The doctor looked at the eye and said, "Yeah, can't continue no more." And that's when it was. That's when the fight ended. But yeah, at this point,
he protested.
Yeah, of course he protested.
Happy.
Yeah, well, I knew he would as well. But bro,
you're saying of course he protested, but we see certain man call it a day themselves.
I know what you guys like. Obviously, proud Cuban fighter. He was never gonna want to go down like that, or fight something like that. He'd rather see this rough round.
He was in pain. He was in pain, but he couldn't see.
He couldn't. Some people, obviously, some of these fighters are built differently, and some of them are warriors, isn't it? So they want to continue. They want to go out of their shield. I was relieved. I was relieved when the doctor said, obviously when the doctor called it off. I was like, good, because obviously I'm seeing the look in Spence's eye. I'm seeing what he's on, bro. Like, and it's apparently. We found out afterwards, apart from the broken eye, apparently Spencer's broke his rib as well.
Oh, swear.
Yeah, Derek James said that Ugas suffered, he's come out and said Spencer's also broke his rib, and he broke something else as well. He mashed him up, basically. Oh, broke his nose as well. Apparently his nose was broken too.
Hellacious ass whooping.
Hellacious. So I was actually, part of me was relieved when they were free. I even tweeted, I said, that's a great stoppage from the doctor. Thank you, because Ugas clearly has shown no signs of quitting. Ismail Salas didn't look like throwing a towel in. And the referee, who was so eager to get involved all fight and was looking to jump in and be the main man himself, showed no interest of looking to stop the fight. Hey, the referee was jarring me, man.
No, but credit to the referee, because the ref was... I was a bit annoyed that he was stopping it mid-rounds to ask for the doctor to check it.
Yeah.
I was like...
Why have you done it at the start of the round or the end? But no, the referee was pissing me off. I was
like, why are you stopping in the middle of the round? But in saying that, you kind of want to see the ref and the doctor involved in those situations, because you think back to Daniel Dubois, who had to make the decision for himself. His corner, I didn't see no ringside doctor for Daniel Dubois. Didn't even know if there was one.
Wasn't in the Queensberry budget.
his corner didn't help him out. He's up.
Yeah.
They were shouting nonsense. Then you look at the Billy Joe Saunders situation, where he was in the corner saying, I can't see. And then it becomes a question of the fighters' resolve and whatnot. When you have a doctor who's in there, who's experienced, who can make these calls and decisions, then he kind of protects the fighters as well. But fair play to Ugas. Broken rib, broken eye, and he was still there trying to fight. He wasn't backing down. He was pretending he could see as well.
Yeah, he was.
Said, no, I can see.
Yeah.
Like, nah, you can't. But it's good to see from the doctor protecting these fighters and whatnot. I
was generally so relieved, man. Good work from the doctor. Good time to stop it. And what a fighter Errol Spence Jr. is. I said from day one, he's been my pick for this division. I really don't see who stops him. Obviously, Crawford is the best bet. And yeah, the battle lines have been drawn already, because obviously he's now got 3 of the belts. They've interviewed him post-fight, and he said straight up, you know who I want next. He's coming. He said, Clarence Crawford, I'm coming for that ass. He said, I'm coming for that motherfucking belt. He said straight up, called Crawford's name. He said, I'm coming for that belt. I know you've seen it back and forth. Crawford's tweeted, all right, cool, bet. Oh, yeah, there's no running this time, no side of the street talk. Let's do it, me and you. Spence today is replying and said, "All right, bet, cool." Or no, the handshake emoji. They both basically agreed to it online. They both won it, bro. I need everything in the welterweight division right now to just pause. Yeah, I ain't trying to see no mandatories. There's no enforcing mandatories from the governing bodies and whatnot. Let's just pause everything now and let's get this fight next. That's all that's got to happen. Yeah. I ain't trying to see no Virgil Ortiz mandatory slot force. Was it Stadionis, who was on the undercard of this fight, who's now got himself a WBA mandatory slot as well. Pause that. Jaron Ennis, you're my guy. I think you're going to take over soon, but pause you. Everything paused. They need to make this fight next. Simple. Done. Yeah, end of. Next. That's it. Next. I don't want to hear no tune-ups, nothing. Next.
It's going to be next. This is the fight they both wanted. The build-up's been around for years. Buddy's a free agent now. Like he said, no side of the street talk. And you're seeing people like Oscar De La Hoya and Floyd Mayweather try to bid sound an interest in making. Obviously, this is a huge fight. You can see from as soon as, because this is what we wanted. We wanted to hear people say each other's names. Like up until now, Errol Spence has been saying,
he's never said his name.
With the family.
Yeah.
Not like this. Not after the fight. Not like this. But now he's showing intent. Like, I need to. I'm gonna get this boy. And that's what we want to see. And it better be next. It's gonna be next. This is the most anticipated fight right now.
And as fans, this is what we deserve. We how long have we been calling for this fight? It must be more than 5 years.
About 5 years easily.
Brother. As fans, this is what we deserved for years. They're both clearly in good nick still. Spence is clearly in incredible shape. He's still at the peak of his powers. Crawford as well, peak of his powers. We said we did not want this to drag out like the Mayweather Pacquiao situation where they both fought each other when they weren't really in their primes like that. Yeah, it's got to be next. Simple. There's no discussions on that. Make that fight next, please, governing bodies. We want to see one name, one face in that division. And these are the two best. There's no two ways about it. These are the two. Two monsters, both of them. A lot of people were saying that Spence has been ducking Crawford for years because he's never mentioned his name. I don't know about that, but he's mentioned his name now. He's been open about it. He's got 3 of the belts. Let's get it over the line. That's it, man. I hope egos don't come into play. Yeah, as Crawford is expected to sign with Al Heyman, it should make it super easy. Let's get it popping, man. Simple. This is one of the biggest fights in a long time. In a long ass time.
This is a mega fight for real.
Mega fight. It's a mega fight. I have no qualms with them charging £100 pay-per-view for this one in America. This one's worth it. This one actually is worth it.
Yeah.
So my question is to you, bro. Who you got?
Yo,
who you got?
I'm so on the fence. I can't lie. This is a real pickup because there's man. Do you know how tough this one for me to call? It's impossible. I can't. Okay, I just want to watch it. I just want to sit there.
Yeah.
I've been on the side where I thought Spence is gonna watch. When Crawford first moves up, I was like, Crawford, relax.
Yeah.
Because the beauty of it is we've seen both of these guys hurt as well. We've seen them go to war. We've seen them in battles. But we always see them overcome. We always see them dominate guys. They're the two best by far.
Yeah.
And yes, and they're both high IQ as well. It's not even like they have once. We've seen them show multiple styles.
They're both similar in a way in their mentality as well. Don't forget, they both fight with a chip on their shoulder.
Yep.
Both of them. Major chip on their shoulder. Yeah, man. It's fascinating. And I even think that in fact, I look, obviously, I know they both highly respect each other, but like, if not for them being in the same division, well, they'll be brethren, I reckon.
I don't think they.
In fact, there's no bad blood. They both. I think it's a serious level of respect between both of them. Obviously, I know if they don't chill with each other. See, Spence's Al Heyman. The PBC boys, they do the, they chill. You know what I mean? They're chains on, bust down. They're over there in the club somewhere. But so I know they're not really. Yeah, they probably don't chill together or whatever. But I know that respect is there. Even in that video. Obviously, that famous video that obviously they're both talking crap to each other. They're both, you can tell there's a serious level of respect between both of them.
Yeah. It's competition.
Yeah. It's just healthy rivalry. Rivalry, that's it.
It's bad competition. They're both super competitive. They both think they're the best.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't wait, man. I need to sit. I'm just gonna enjoy this. I know you know we know who you're picking.
Yeah, I mean, he's been my pick from day one, and I don't want to go back on my word yet. I think, look, man, Crawford is amazing. I think Crawford is unbelievable. They're both unbelievable to me. But if I was to pick one, I would naturally side with Spence. That's been my pick from day one. And obviously, as it's my day one pick, I like to see it come to fruition. I'm almost there. I'm not going to be pissed off if he loses or whatever, because Crawford as well is one of my favorite fighters in the world. So, and as you said, they're both at an elite level where it is a 50-50 fight for real. But yeah, I'll choose Spence on that one. But yeah, no, I just need it to happen. I can't wait to enjoy that one, because it's going to be everything. It's going to be a chess match in times. They're both going to look to go to war with each other, because they're both happy to do that. They both love doing that as well. It's like I said, chip on the shoulder. So Spence might think, I'm going to fight this tactically because you lot think he's a better boxer than me. So I'll try and outbox him. And Crawford might say, oh, you guys think I'm weaker than this guy. I'm going to try and bully him. You know what I mean? Like they're both like that. So
yeah,
it's just fascinating, and it just has to be next. I don't see how it can't be next. Like I said, the rest of these men can either pause or fight each other. Ennis, Ortiz, Stanionis, Furman, you lot fight each other. And yeah, when the time comes, then you can fight the winner. But right now, it's all about Crawford and Spence. That's what we want to see for this 147-pound division. Everyone else, relax. Relax.
Let's make it happen, man. They will make it happen. I'm sure.
They will, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it seemed like it was a good evening. Undercard wise, good. It was actually a good undercard as well. Quick one to touch upon. Obviously, yeah, that's Stanionis guy, the Lithuanian brother. His stock is rising. He beat good fight with that Butayev Russian guy. I think, like I said, that was for a mandatory slot at one of the belts. So yeah, he did well. Bro, Yuriokis Gamboa needs to retire. It's done. It's done.
Yeah, I forgot about that
guy. Bro, Isaac Cruz, the guy who fought Tank, great fight against Tank. Obviously, you know, I mentioned how they're trying to push this guy now. He's just manhandled and destroyed Gamboa. Gamboa is looking like Khan out there. No punch resistance. As I said before, as I've said on this pod before, he's notoriously chinny. He's obviously got dropped a couple times in that fight. Well, not dropped. I think he got dropped once, but he was hurt by almost every shot. Gamboa, he's had a wonderful career. At one point, he was one of my favorite fighters in the world. Super exciting to watch, but he's so spent. It's bad now. They need to stop putting him in fights. He needs to retire.
Yeah.
What
can I say?
Yeah.
They keep feeding him to these young guys. Yeah.
Just to get ragdolled. Yeah, man. It's just bad. And everyone's dropping him. Everyone apart from Devin Haney, but boy. but yeah, everyone's battering him. He needs to call it a day. Quickly as well, did you see there was a bit of altercation at ringside between David Benavidez and Jamal?
Yeah.
Charles killed me, man.
You were saying these guys look drunk as hell.
Fam, all the time. We saw the videos afterwards. What Mel was slurring, Mal was slurring.
Mel has his biggest fight of his career coming up, and he's slurring his words. And I know he's supposed to be drinking.
Bro, I don't know what's going on there. It looks like they're trying to push that. Benavidez said, yeah, he's happy to take that fight. I don't even like. Is Mel 160-pounder or not? I don't even know. I don't know. Oh, sorry, Mal. Sorry. Yeah, but yeah, he had a little dust up with David Benavidez. They had to be pulled apart and stuff.
Them man have had more altercations than fights, man. The Chargers.
Yeah.
They beefed everyone outside the ring, but in the ring.
And they're always beefing people. Like, obviously, before this fight, obviously, Mel was beefing Crawford. He dropped another interview where he was going at Crawford again. Mm-hmm. Like, they're always beefing, man. They're not even in the division.
All the time. It's weird, man. See them beef for Broder, Tag.
Yeah. I forgot about the Broder one, Tag one. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, sorry, go on. Yeah, man.
Never happened.
I don't know what's going on there, but if they make Benavidez versus Charlo, I would like to see it. Obviously, that's a good fight. But Yeah, well, again, I don't even know. I know there's been talk about it, but apparently Charlo popped off a bit Benavidez' dad, which is how we got started. And then obviously Benavidez came true and they had to be separated, as we saw in the altercation. So I have no idea what's going on there.
Yes, I know, because Benavidez has got a fight coming up. He's got Lemieux.
Yeah.
I don't know what Mal has.
Yeah.
Mal's a mystery right now to everyone.
I mean, I think I've said it 3 weeks in a row now. What is Jamal Charlo doing? We don't know what he's doing.
Oh, man.
He fought against an unknown guy recently and he didn't look great. And what's he doing, man? He's just wasting his talent. It's jarring.
You say recently? I swear.
Oh, sorry, it was last year. Not recently, it was last year.
Yeah, exactly.
At least Mel's got something popping. Mel's about to unify or become undisputed potentially. But Mark is just chilling. And he's the better one to me. He's the one that should be the star, if you know what I mean. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I want for them Charlos, man, but I hope we get Mar a fight soon. Clearly my man's bored. But yeah, overall, great card, great fight. Errol Spence is the truth. You don't need to stop doubting him because a lot of people have been doubting him. And he just dismantled a very, very good fighter in Ugas in 10 rounds. And you saw my man's face absolutely mash up, destroyed his face. It was peak. And Spence looked calm. No marking him, nothing. So, boy, scary things. I think that's it for the weekend roundup, right? Unless I've missed anything.
Yeah.
Cool. Let's not waste time. Let's not waste time. It's finally here, man. This coming up Saturday, 23rd of April, Tyson Fury, Dylan Whyte, finally going down. There's nothing to touch upon in the undercard because the undercard is trash. So straight into the main event, unless you want to talk about Tommy Fury, but I don't even know who he's fighting. Straight into the main event. I'm laughing, man. Hey, I'm just come out and say it. On record, Dylan Whyte is going to knock out Tyson Fury. I've said it. I've said it straight up. I've said it. I don't care.
Yo, you sticking your neck out like that?
Yeah, I am. I am.
Why do you say
and
that?
you know what? I don't even care if it bites me in the ass, yeah? Because I've gotten so many right predictions on this pod alone that I can afford to have one miss. It's cool. I've gotten Spence and Ugas, I've got that bang on. Like, I've gotten a hell of things right. So, yeah. Brother, boxing is, as we know, is very unpredictable. And especially the heavyweight boxing divisions. The most unpredictable as it can be. I just feel, bro, it's a feeling I can't shake. I've had this feeling from the moment this fight was made that everyone was getting Tyson Fury and walk through this guy, blah, blah. It's easy work, etc. Who is Dylan Whyte, etc. I have not been able to shake this feeling from day one, that Dylan Whyte is going to beat this man. I feel for me, I feel like there's almost an element of almost complacency from Fury's camp. Obviously, he's there saying he's trained and blah, blah. But Fury's an enigma. He's always been an enigma to me. And for certain fights, we see he's up for it. And you see you see the results. Klitschko, WADA, these were mega fights. He was up for, trained his ass off, took it super seriously, and we saw the results. And then we've seen the other side of Fury, where he's struggled against opponents where he's expected to beat easily. Otto Wallen, the most recent one, to be honest, where he was given hell and he decided to turn up, he started to turn up later on to get him the W. But before then, he was severely struggling and the fight was in danger of being stopped. Against other guys, he hasn't looked amazing. Was it Seferi? He didn't look great. Or was it Pianet? It was either Seferi or Pianet where he didn't look great at all. Or I wouldn't say he didn't look great. He got the W deservedly, but he didn't look like the class in there. And I almost feel like with this Dylan Whyte fight, we might see the same, we really might see the same. The enigma that is Tyson Fury and it not being a mega, obviously it's a mega fight because it's in Wembley and whatnot, but I don't think Tyson Fury rates this guy or has any fear of this guy. And that could play into the fact that mentally he might not be taken as seriously as, say, a Deontay Wilder. that's why I've always had this when this fight was made, I had this feeling that Dillian Whyte was going to get this guy with a counter left hook or something. That and do I believe Whyte can hurt Fury? Absolutely. We've seen Fury. There's a myth around Tyson Fury with his fans. I'm a Fury fan too, but there's fans that feel like Tyson Fury is untouchable and he's not chinny and whatnot. As I said before on this pod, when it comes to the heavyweight division, I don't want to call anyone chinny because these men are 18 stone plus for the most part. You feel that when you get hit with an 18 stone man flush, you're going to go down regardless. So this whole chinny talk is rubbish. But we've seen Tyson Fury be knocked down before by certain men that aren't even heavyweights, really and truly. Flat on his back. He can be touched. He can be touched. Yeah. So I know if Dillian Whyte lands the fabled counter left hook, which is probably one of his best shots, probably is his best shot, and in flush, Tyson Fury will go down. That being said, of course, Tyson Fury can easily touch Dillian Whyte and also beat him up. And on a more serious note, Tyson Fury is the obviously he's a favorite and he deservedly so is the favorite. And really and truly should be winning this fight. He has more skills in his locker than Dillian Whyte. Better boxer, bigger, longer, better mover. All that stuff comes into play. But as I said, with heavyweight boxing, it's so unpredictable. And it's just a feeling that I've had for a long, long time. As soon as this fight was made, I feel like Dillian Whyte's going to get to this guy. And yeah, man, potentially knock him out and win the heavyweight titles. And especially because we've seen so many upsets in his division as well, with AJ as well. Every time we feel like this super fight of Fury or AJ is close, something happens. Whether it's AJ losing to Ruiz or AJ losing to Usyk, for example, or Tyson Fury being contracted to fight Wilder for a third time, etc., etc. There's always seems to be a stumbling block as we're getting closer and closer. So yeah, man, it won't surprise me. Like I said, it's just a gut feeling. Obviously,
Murphy's Law.
Huh?
Murphy's Law.
Yeah, Murphy's Law. And you know me, when it comes to my predictions, I'm very logical. Obviously, I ground things in facts and boxing facts. And obviously, I'm someone that knows boxing very, very well. So I'm going to use that to my advantage. This isn't really more of a logic thing. This is more of a gut feeling. I'll be so real to you. Mainly a gut feeling as to why I feel like something's going to happen, an upset's going to happen, and Tyson Fury will get upset by Dillian Whyte. So yeah, I mean, that's me, man. I'll come out and said it. And if it's blowback, I don't even care. It's good for the pod.
You know what? I'll be real. I was expected to come on and try and almost. I thought you'd just say Fury was going to wash him, so I was coming on to almost present how Dillian Whyte can win or why Tyson Fury isn't as. Just to remind people of certain things, because remember when Tyson Fury got off the couch and it was like everyone was calling him out, everyone was saying he's going to get washed by all these guys. Like Tony Bellew was calling him out, Dillian Whyte. Everyone was saying this guy's going to get finished. And in those fights, he's fought Deontay Wilder 3 times, Otto Wallin, Pianetta, and what's his name? Seferi. For the most part, boxing fans don't even rate Deontay Wilder. Like really deeply. We don't really rate Deontay Wilder like that. Dillian Whyte, we fancy to beat all 3 of those guys, all 4 of those guys, comfortably. So you're looking at it, you're thinking, what are we basing Tyson Fury's eliteness on? Beating a Deontay Wilder, who we fancy, who's lost more rounds than he's won.
Yeah.
Let's put it that way. He's been beaten up, stopped, and at one time someone bigger than him has really bullied him and stuck on him. He's been stopped. And that's how Dillian Whyte would have stepped to him. So I'm trying to think, what is it I'm really basing this on? Is it what performances am I looking at? Is it beating Deontay Wilder? That I'm saying, he's invincible. Nah. Like now's the real test. Now's the real test for you. I say that I do think Tyson Fury should win.
Yeah, he should. 100%.
It will be a massive upset if Dillian Whyte wins. But what he will offer is he can be a dog as well, Dillian Whyte. He could also box better than Deontay Wilder.
Yep.
He likes to use his jab. He also invests on the body, which I think that's the key to beating Tyson Fury. Invest into that body. He's very fleshy. see what that body can take.
Very fleshy.
He is fleshy.
Yes,
see what that body can take.
Yeah.
And also, Dillian Whyte's a better finisher than Deontay Wilder. Like Deontay Wilder would hurt Tyson Fury, put him down, and then lose the rest of the round.
Yeah.
And lose the rest of the round. So just wanted to present those points to people who thinking that this could be just a whitewash. It could be, but Dillian Whyte can look at certain things and think he's been put down. He's been put down. I can put him down. I'll invest in the body. I can dog with him as well. If he wants to play that dog game or try and walk forwards, I could do the dark arts too.
Yep.
So it's interesting to see what Tyson Fury turns up. He's obviously got with a Kronk style.
Yeah.
Would he bring that to this fight, or would he revert to the?
That's one thing. That's what I feel like he's going to start with. That he's going to attempt to perhaps walk forward and be the bully, as he did with Deontay Wilder. And I'm anticipating, obviously, Whyte. If Whyte's able to navigate that, we might see him revert back to the old Tyson Fury in terms of tippy-tappy, boxer move kind of thing, I guess, to negate damage and to win rounds if he has to. But yeah, obviously now that he's got that new string to his bow in terms of being a come forward, exciting fighter, it's always difficult to predict what Tyson Fury turns up. But I know this, and I said it when the fight was made, all this wash talk is nonsense. And I firmly believe that Dillian Whyte will be a much harder test for Tyson Fury than Deontay Wilder was. If this is a focused and in shape Dillian Whyte, which I'm anticipating, he better be focused. If not, he's a dickhead. If he's not focused and he comes out of shape, he's a mug. But I'm anticipating him to be focused and disciplined and in shape. That whole walk forward and try and bully thing, what he did with Deontay Wilder, that works with Wilder, as I've said before, because Wilder can't box on the back foot. Wilder can't box full stop even. On back foot, he can't box. That Dillian Whyte is a lot more competent at boxing. Whyte hasn't got great footwork or movement, to be honest, but overall, he's a more competent boxer than Deontay Wilder. So doing that necessarily is not going to work Tyson, I don't think. I'll be super surprised if he's más successful doing that. As you said, heavyweight boxing, anything can happen. And we might see Tyson Fury completely wash this guy, but I highly, highly doubt it. I think it's going to be a stern test. And Tyson Fury is really going to have to earn that best boxer in the world moniker against Dillian Whyte, man. Whyte gets a lot of disrespect. And obviously, we both rate him on this pod. We actually think that he actually gets disrespected a lot more than he should do. And he's a lot better boxer than people give him credit for. And hopefully, I hope he can show the world that on Saturday. But yeah, Tyson Fury should, all the tools and benefits are in his corner. So he should be winning this fight. He really should be winning this fight. But I don't think it'll be a wash. I think it'll be a tough fight for him.
He's got the ring IQ to adapt in that fight as well.
Yeah.
He's seen all these styles before. He's very experienced. So I think the ring IQ is the big factor for him, because he's got all these styles now that we can see. So he can switch up. He can tap into aspects of each style, come forward, bully when he needs to bully, box when he needs to box. But yeah, it's a great fight, man. It's a great fight. But yeah, just off the people, because I'll just deepen. He beat Deontay Wilder, someone who no one rated really, who has one aspect to his game. Tyson Fury had to deal with one thing, and that's Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder's 1-2, the power shot.
Yeah.
Other than that, he doesn't really have much of his toolbox. Dylan Whyte offers a much wider toolbox, a wider set of problems.
It's fine
don't
because
get me wrong, that Deontay Wilder right hand is a big problem.
yeah, obviously. And I think that a lot of people boxing, casual fans, I knew personally felt that Deontay Wilder batters Dillian Whyte or knocks him out easy and stuff like that. Obviously, we feel different. We feel like Whyte will give Wilder a lot of problems. It's interesting because, like I said, there's always this rhetoric that obviously Tyson Fury isn't chinny and whatnot. Or, like I said, I don't like the word chinny with heavyweights, but yeah, he's got some superhuman chin and whatnot. They're saying that Whyte can't take a shot, but he's better taking a shot than Dillian Whyte, for example. When we've already seen Whyte, he got dropped, obviously knocked out against Povetkin, which was an incredible, perfectly timed shot. Dropped in the last round against Parker, right? I believe. I think part of that was fatigue as well. But yeah, and also the AJ getting dropped by AJ as well was also fatigue. Fatigue was a huge part of that.
Reverse dropped him because of fatigue.
Oh yeah, fatigue. Once again, fatigue. I forgot about the reverse one. I was thinking the reverse drop. Yeah, I think he did.
Yeah, he did. But he was winning. He was winning.
Yeah, a lot of it. Apart from the AJ one, he wasn't winning, obviously. But a lot of Whyte being dropped and whatnot. Fatigue plays a huge part, you know. But obviously, again, that's another thing that's probably in Tyson Fury's favor, because Fury has an engine. He actually does have a mad engine. Yeah. Dylan Whyte, as we've seen before, can gas out. So a lot of factors are in Tyson Fury's favor here. But even with all these factors, I strongly know it. I'm pretty sure it won't be a washing, man. It won't be a washing. I'm anticipating Whyte to give him hard work. And like I said, I just have that gut feeling, Murphy's Law, that counter left hand, if that lands right on the button, hurts Tyson Fury or drops in, and we know Whyte can finish, we might be seeing a new heavyweight world champion, man. I've gone out and said it anyway, so I've said what I've said in it. But I don't care if it's blowback, if it doesn't go as I predicted. It's just a feeling, man. It really is just a feeling. And I'll be so happy if it happens. Even though I know it might push certain fights further away. With what Dylan Whyte's gone through, you know, it's almost vindicated what he's gone through. The 1,000 plus days of being mandatory, beefing the board,
being number one technically.
It's crazy what he's been through to get this shot. Obviously now beefing them over the purse, etc. You know, he's been through a lot, man. And as Whyte said, because you know he finally appeared to the media. I don't know if you saw he interviewed a couple of the American media and whatnot.
Yeah.
And he basically said, he hasn't done any sort of media because they've messed him up. They've effed him over. And he doesn't feel obligated to obviously promote the fight, which he feels doesn't need promotion anyways, like that. Everyone knows it's a huge fight, etc. And obviously they're still dealing with court cases and whatnot regarding purses, etc. So it's still ongoing. So, yeah, man, he's been through a lot for all of this. And I'm happy he's got his shot. And remember, Tyson Fury said when he first got the belt that he's going to give Dylan Whyte a shot. And then he kind of U-turned, remember? And it was like, oh, yeah, we're not going to fight Dylan Whyte. We don't have to wait for him, etc. We'll go fight someone else. So I'm happy he's got this shot. I hope he's going to come focused and, ready to work. And I think it's going to be a great fight. I think this is going to be a really, really, really good fight. I'm hoping Dylan Whyte does it, man. I really am.
I'm expecting a 6 fight. What I really want to see is just him invest the body. I want to see how that body holds up from Tyson Fury. I really do. I want to see because he takes body shots well, but he's not faced a body puncher as well as Dylan Whyte.
And if you think about it, the heavyweights don't tend to throw to the body like that. Let's be honest. Most heavyweights headhunt majority of the time. Have you seen Wilder throw a body shot? I don't recall.
He threw a jab to the body in the first.
Oh, in the first fight,
yeah. He threw
in that first round, I remember he was throwing. I was like, oh, good start. But then obviously Wilder did what Wilder does and just went out the window. But overall, heavyweights don't tend to invest in the body.
Nah,
this is why
one of the few.
One of the very few, and he's brilliant at it. He's very, very good at it. So that is almost a different type of fighter Tyson Fury is going to see on the weekend. A fighter that's happy to invest in the body actively and constantly throughout the rounds. You're right. His body, we've never seen his body work before. Will it hold up? We'll see.
Great fight, though.
Sick fight. I'm mad excited for this one. Super excited for this one. A lot of people are going to watch him with keen eyes. Fury should win this, but
I do think he's motivated. I do think Tyson Fury is super motivated. He's done a 12-week camp, he said. They've sparred before. They used to spar regularly.
Yeah, they did. Yeah. They got on before. They were
brethren.
Whyte said that they were really cool with each other, like super cool with each other. So
they used to stay around each other's cribs. They were cool. They sparred before. They know each other well. So I think he respects Dylan Whyte. He knows what he brings. So I think he's taking it seriously. Tyson Fury should win. But who knows? Who knows? Like you say, Murphy's Law.
The heavyweight. Look, Murphy's law, it does like it's the heavyweight division that affects the most. I'm telling you, like we've seen so many stumbling blocks and hurdles to see undisputed champion heavyweight division. So it really won't surprise me if this is another one here, and we get a shock W for Dillian Whyte. And obviously that would then lead to rematches, etc., etc., etc. So, as I've said, I don't care about the undisputed fight anymore, like that. To be honest, it's more about seeing all these guys fight in the mix. So I'm happy to see this fight because this is one of the matchups I wanted to see. But yeah, man, I just hope both of these guys show up motivated and ready to give us a really good fight, and I think it will be. I really think it will be. And yeah, we'll see when the final bell rings, or if there's a knockout or whatever. We'll see what happens. But it is a fascinating matchup. But I'm so adamant that it's not going to be a whitewash for Tyson Fury. I really don't think it will be. Adamant about that. I think White's going to give him some good work. Boy. But yeah.
Let's leave it there.
And we'll see. Hey, I'm excited, man.
On the next episode.
Yeah, man. We'll see what one. But hey, if I'm right though, oh, you man are all finished. I am going to be insufferable. Yeah. But yeah, man, we'll see. I might even see what the odds are saying.
I can see it.
The counter left hook. I can see it.
But yeah, it's boxing, man. I don't like boxing predictions because
it's tough. Boxing is bloody hard, man. And so many times we've seen it doesn't go to script. We've seen it so many times.
And I was saying because look, you know, like football, where you see you see teams every week. You see them regularly playing. Yeah. You see them. Some of these guys haven't fought in God knows how long.
2 years. Yeah.
So you're looking at them. You don't know what their camp's been like. You don't know what they've been doing. So they turn up on the day and they start moving nuts. But obviously, when you've been following people's careers for a while, you know their tendencies, you know their traits, their abilities. But yeah, boxing's hard to call.
Yeah,
I can see that scenario of what you're saying. I can see it. And I think it's definitely possible, unlike some people.
It is possible, man. People saying that it's important. I refute that, man. I really do. But yeah, we just got to wait and see, man. And we'll catch you guys on the next episode, obviously, for the breakdown. It's going to be an epic one, I'm sure. But yeah, once again, I've been your boy Cam. This has been episode... This has been episode 86 of the Strap SZN podcast. I'll be your boy Cam.
I'm your boy Flowz.
And make sure you keep it locked. Thank you for keep listening. Peace.
I'm taking a strap. I'm strapped up.
What was that about?
Let's make the fight happen. We strapped the fuck up.